hustler story. The story I'm about to reveal is the truth, and it happens every day in my society and our society. So let's make a change. I hope this track could have an impact on the everyday soldiers. Time will only tell how long will we last. Feel this one straight off the heart. He comes from public housing, jousting with life. 13 years old, got no time for growth. Parents was never there, so when the streets got him, he wasn't prepared. Life is too complicated, he would hate it, but why debate it? He felt hopeless, walking to school and was out of focus. Hung out with the broke kids, no one gave him a chance to enlighten. An everyday soldier, he kept on fighting, deciding what's next. Either be successful or one of the rejects. A juvenile state of mind, his grind and struggle made it a B. He started selling coke at the age of 15, Scarface fantasies. That hustler's mentality came from a poor family, dependent on the drug salary, but that never did him good. Got back once, did a minor offense, came out in a month. Goosebumps, sorry chain, still on the block slinging cane. His hustle was hard, fuck the people that don't understand. How can I get a job? 2 weeks passed and I got robbed and shot. That took everything I left, skip a breath cause he sees that past him. He made it but he's much more secure and hustling. Ain't mature yet but he's still struggling. 3 bullets shot him in his kidney and organs. One went in and out, but he's still breathing. It'll take more than that to make the red line go flat. Take a trip to my life and see what I see. A hustler's all that set out for me. Never wanted to hustle and poison my people. That's not who I wanted to be, that's not me. Take a trip to my life and see what I see. A hustler's all that set out for me. Never wanted to hustle and poison my people. That's not who I wanted to be, that's not me. At the time he felt insecure and paranoid, so he kept himself isolated. Went to his cousin's crib who just came out of Kingston Penitentiary on a tour bid. Took him to the basement, showed him the guns, placing them on the table. Well, since he's been shot, he didn't have enough money to buy a bigger gun, so he bought himself a Ruger. It's under 200. He felt in order to hustle, he needed a gun for protection. He saw his father in his reflection, like father, like son. There is no morality. He just left his crib with his gun tucked in his jean, sat in the corner slanging a 9 to 5. He sees a cop car, runs through the project, jumping fences. He lost him, but the shit cost him. He lost his bag of coke, he got a couple thousand in his wallet. He kicked the habit, started sniffing coke. The high in a couple of 40s, got in a pass out. The next day he woke up late, head out to buy some more coke. He was dealing with a lot of charges, so he sat some of his money in his homies' garages, ducking the cops and every chance to get, finding a need until he found his cat. Around the way, the cat told meet him at the abandoned building, and he get him the amount he need. Told him to meet him at a 2:45. Trip to my life and see what I see. A hustler's all that set out for me. Never wanted to hustle and poison my people. That's not who I wanted to be, that's not me. Take a trip to my life and see what I see. A hustler's all that set out for me. Never wanted to hustle and poison my people. That's not who I wanted to be, that's not me. He had a couple of hours to burn before we met the nigga, so we went clubbing with his homies who hasn't chilled with in a while. He told him about the deal he was gonna get and it was ridiculous. His homie told him that shit is a setup, you can lose your life. He didn't listen, went out to the club to get fresh air, smoked the bogey to clear his head, got his life hanging on a thread. It's all about the bread. His mind didn't accept the fact that selling drugs could get him killed. The shots got him shook, but for a month and a half he lay low. Now we're back in the streets selling yayo for the payroll. It's 2:54 a.m. and he goes to the abandoned building. Made it there by 3, it was empty. He stood there waiting for a while until the nigga came in, told him to show him money. He took out the package with the money he had left in it. The cat took out his gun and pointed it at him, and he told him he was arrested for being involved in the drug business. The cops came from all sides, it was a raid. Told him to freeze and get on his knees. He was shocked, tackled him to the floor, cuffed him and threw him in the cop car. Now with his lawyer, he's facing imprisonment of a lifetime. The fact is, the cops got too much evidence. The father lost 2 for a life sentence. It wasn't pretending, the cops been in his case for a while. The cameras in the brick been setting this shit, he never knew it, he blew it. His own friends came to court to testify. It was like everyone he knew and cared about was in it. The jury found him guilty, he was sentenced to life in prison. Nobody cared for him, who's gonna miss him? Just another hustler, another victim in this life of crime. If he had someone to look over, then maybe this soldier would have another chance to enjoy life, not throw away on what he stood for. Multi-talented, what the people's reaction is much different. So fucking with drugs ain't gonna get you nowhere. We need to build our communities back with the love intact. Fuck what people think, mankind will be extinct. Start a revolution, cause ain't nothing left to be found but the solution. Take a a trip to my life and see what I see. A hustler's soul that set out for me. Never wanna hustle and poison my people. That's not who I wanted to be. That's not me. Take a trip to my life and see what I see. A hustler's soul that set out for me. Never wanna hustle and poison my people. That's not who I wanted to be. That's not me. Homie, ain't no other way to say it. It's songs dedicated to the everyday hustlers. Would it be 9 to 5 on a business schedule? Would it be slanging drugs? Would it be surviving in hell? Let me make a statement, words are stronger than violence. Know who you are, be proud of who you are. Find a way you can justify your own self. Don't fall into the trap. With time, life will prosper. It's hard now, but I promise you, in the afterlife, ain't gonna be no struggle, ain't gonna be no problems. Peace, God. Peace out.